Hi, Roger at Wuthering Heights. A couple things I want to note here. It looks like we've had some bird migrations here showing up on radar. And so the birds are probably migrating, these birds taking off at night and then being caught by the radar as they get higher up and probably headed southbound. We could even see some hawks potentially. And the other thing I want to note here is in this northwesterly flow, it looks like the mountaintops have Green Mountains have touched off a few spritzy light showers, one moving through, it looks like Moortown, Northfield, that general area, and then one that's crossed my location around Worcester and Wuthering Heights territory here. It did sprinkle just enough to wet the ground. It's already dried up in about the last 10 minutes. Another thing going on, we have Hurricane Cristobal. This is a Category 1 hurricane. At 8 o'clock advisory gives it max sustained winds at about 75 miles per hour, barely holding on by its fingernails. And minimum central pressure is pretty impressive, 985 millibars. Movements toward the northeast, it's hauling at about 26 miles per hour. And as you can see, this is about as close as it's going to get to land. It has been, when it was earlier in a little bit stronger stages, it produced quite a bit of fetch with a pretty good south-facing beaches receiving end of some pretty good swell action. So some long rollers, probably the best, Narragansett Bay and southern parts of Cape Cod and probably parts of down East Maine are going to see some pretty good waves if they haven't already started to. And looking at that, and this is looking east of from Cape Cod, looking east at the east-facing beaches, and you can see there are some sets there that are coming through. That was yesterday, and then early this morning, some wave action starting to show up. And let's take a look at Higgins Beach. This is in Maine, and you can probably see a little bit of wave action. That was earlier on, and then looks like low tide. Starting to see a little bit of a south swell, and you start to see this kind of business here. It's starting to look a whole lot better. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights Consulting.